Hi, I'm Rachel.
And I'm Ben.
And welcome to part 2 of our best super shoes for 2025.
Oh, what super shoe should I get, Rachel? It's actually a question we get asked a lot because these things are very, very expensive. And if you're dead keen on running and racing, then you want to spend your money wisely to get the best shoe that you possibly can.
Exactly. So all the shoes we're talking about today are built for performance. So think carbon plates, lightweight uppers, really responsive midsole foams, those kind of shoes that you wear and you get faster with the same amount of effort.
But before we talk about the shoes, let's talk about us.
Yeah.
For a bit of context, I think it's important to understand the runners that you're watching. So I am Ben. I am 188 centimeters tall and 85 kilograms. I don't really race a lot of road marathons, particularly fast ones, because I'm not that fast. But I do a lot of running. I do a lot of trail running specifically. My half marathon PB is 1:30. I've got under 19 minutes for a 5K. So when it comes to testing, that's the kind of person that I am.
I'm a little bit different. I'm 161 centimeters tall, so I'm a fair bit shorter than you. 50 kilograms, and I love road running. I don't often go on the trail. I'm one of those people who thinks a gravel path is a trail.
Yeah.
But hey, so I usually go for longer distances on the road. I've done 16 marathons now, and my PB is 2:48. So yeah, I sort of dial into that kind of road territory.
First out the gate is the Adidas Pro 4, a shoe that I have raced in and trained in quite a lot. Rachel, similarly, you've raced and trained in this shoe quite a lot. This is a size 12.5, so it's heavier than the one that Rachel runs in. But this is quite a light shoe, especially when you compare it to the Pro 3.
Yes. Yeah.
Thoughts, Rachel?
I am a big fan of the shoe. I mean, it's called a Pro 4 because I just think it's just a really pro shoe, really. As you said, I've raced in it. I've done 2 marathons now in the same pair. It's such a soft shoe underfoot. It's just it just feels like you're running on a cloud. You're never going to feel discomfort over a marathon distance, which is actually really, really important. But that doesn't mean it's sort of flimsy or anything like that. It's super fast. There's a really pronounced rocker geometry at the front. You can really dial into the efforts. It's just really, really joyous to run in.
Yeah.
I think that's what I'll say. It's joyous.
Joyous.
Fast.
I love that.
Yeah. I did actually get a PB in it as well.
Yeah. Fun fact, we believe that Rachel might have been the first person to ever podium in this shoe because she got a pair to test and then ran the Loch Ness Marathon and got second place.
This is true.
So that's on the record. Talking about comfort though, the big thing about the comfort was the change in the laces from this shoe to this shoe, and that's where speed comes from being comfortable. I mean, you can put as much foam and rods and energy and all that sort of stuff in there, but the upper on this one was slightly thicker, slightly less forgiving, and there's hot spots often on the top from the laces, and they got rid of that in this shoe. That's what made this shoe supreme when it comes to this shoe. So yes, this is a top contender.
Yeah.
For one of our favourite super shoes in the office, I would say.
Agreed. I also think it just looks really good.
Looks really good.
Really good.
It's a little bit Gandalf. This too shall pass. So if you're ever feeling a bit waist weary, just think of Gandalf cheering you on.
Okay, so next up is the Hoka Ciello X1 2.0. Rolls off the tongue.
Big strong name. A few stats on this is a 39 at the back, 32 at the front, so a 7mm drop, and in a UK 9 is about 214 grams. So it's probably not the lightest one out there, but a mad shoe.
It is pretty mad. I mean, first off, this shoe is very, very fast. Like when you dial into the efforts, I mean, I've not actually raced in this one, but I've done quite a lot of interval sessions in it. And it's kind of amazing how fast you can move when you really get going.
Yeah.
So don't get me wrong, this is an aggressive shoe, but the shoe also needs to go fast. So if you're just going out plodding around, it actually feels like quite unstable and a bit uncomfortable. It's a weird sensation of like almost running on a marshmallow. You're like a little bit rolling around a bit.
Yeah.
But when you dial in, as I said, it's fast. So I would race in this shoe. I probably would race a road 10k or half marathon, obviously a road. Don't use this on the trail. Yeah, 10k or half marathon, I think they'd be absolutely brilliant. Just don't dawdle in them. I also think they look a bit like a mermaid / spaceship, but you know,
yeah.
each their own. Really.
Yeah, definitely a shoe that needs to be raced in.
Yeah.
This is a shoe at pace. Some other super shoes, you can kind of like, there's a middle ground where they're still quite usable at different paces. This is not. This is for going very fast, and that's about it. But it is a big step forward for Hoka. So when the Rocket series, so the Rocket 1 was at the time quite good, but was easily surpassed, and then similarly the 2 came out and was quite quickly surpassed. The 3 is actually out. We're going to be testing it really soon, so keep an eye open for that. So Hoka actually had to deliver with this, and they kind of went all in. This is quite an adaptable shoe. This is really just one that needs to be raced in, but should very much be considered. But I think it's £250.
That's a fair whack.
It's steep.
It is steep.
All of these shoes that we're talking about today are going to be £200 plus, but
Yeah.
you know, £250 is up there. So very much a favourite in the office, but only for like absolute out and out full tilt. Put it on once and race in its shoe.
Yeah. Agreed.
So now we're on to this Puma. Rachel, what's this one called?
It is the Puma Fast R Nitro Elite 3.
Thanks very much. This is one of Rachel's favourite shoes. But some stats on it first. It is 40mm at the heel. You can't really tell because it's got this mad transformer heel to it. 40mm at the heel, 32 at the front, so an 8mm drop, and it's only about 175 grams in a UK8, so it's a very, very light shoe. This shoe is rapid. I am not very familiar with this shoe, but has raced in it a lot and has achieved great things. So, Rachel.
Yes, so this shoe was released around the 2025 Boston Marathon, London Marathon era. I got to test this shoe in training. I then got to wear the shoe for the London Marathon. Not this one.
These are too new. Look at these.
This is actually a brand new shoe, but I know what I'm talking about. I have one other. See, I like it so much that I've already got through a pair. Anyway, so I wore it for the 2025 London Marathon. I got a 2-minute PB. I wasn't expecting. A lot of people in this shoe got a PB. I think it's super lightweight, as you say.
Yeah.
The upper fits really, really well over your foot. This sort of extension over the toe box, it does look weird. It is quite quirky, but it actually does help with the performance. So it really emphasizes that toe off. And even in like sort of race pictures, you can see like that's the ground. You're really getting the most out of it. It's faster than it even looks, really. It's comfortable. I'm just a really big fan of the shoe.
All the data on it is pretty impressive, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, this is caveat. This is Puma data.
Yes.
So they're obviously going to be pretty happy with their own shoes. But
yeah, so Puma tested this shoe, did some running economy tests with the shoe, and it came out to be about over 3.5% more economical than Adidas's Pro Evo 1 and Nike's Alphafly 3.
bold claims.
Bold claims. And everyone, so there's obviously been a lot of hype around the shoe, but this shoe has not won a major race.
There's a big point. So obviously we're talking about our personal experience with the shoe, and it has proved to be a very fast shoe. And I mean, on our very hot London Marathon day, Rachel got a very impressive PB, and not many people survived that day. There is something to be said about technology and what they've produced, but there's nothing like validating a product with a big old victory on a podium and an elite holding a shoe aloft at a finish line, and that hasn't happened for Puma. Perhaps not important, but in many ways is really important.
That's what grabs the headlines.
Yeah.
You know, you see a world record there holding, and you know it might not get a world record, but it could, and we're just yet to see it, I think.
So you just have to trust us.
Yes.
And not the elites. But I'm also going to go out there and say that this is possibly one of the ugliest shoes.
Oh.
I know, I'm sorry. I know it's fast, but this little trouty mouth thing is just... I know it's going to be... It divides opinion, and I think that's acceptable. And I'm going to say that maybe it's not the best looking shoe in the world. But does that matter if you want to go fast? I don't think it does.
I don't think it does. One other thing, if you want to kick your shoe off at the end, it's quite difficult.
Oh, right.
Because there's not really much heel. But each to their own. We'll let you decide.
You can be ugly and fast. It's up to you. This is the On Cloudboom Strike. You'd probably be way more familiar with the Cloudboom Strike LS, which was the shoe that you saw on social media with the upper was sprayed onto a mold. Helen Obiri wore it and wore a prototype of it and won the 2024 Boston Marathon. That was kind of like the big announcement moment for this shoe. This is the laced version, the more perhaps available version that the runners can buy. Price point, I'm not quite sure what this is, about 220?
Yeah.
It's well in the mix with all the other shoes. It's quite a favourite in the office, but because the original one you saw was built without laces and this one has laces, that's almost the main point of contention.
Yes, as you say, this is I've worn this shoe. I really like this shoe, but yes, the one negative is the lace system. Maybe it's just my foot, I don't know, but I've got quite small feet, so I'm not sure, but it's quite tight around the top, and so when I put it on, it takes a little while just to make it feel comfortable and not like it's digging in. Obviously this shoe was first designed to be a laceless boot, if you like.
Yes.
And so the laces in a sense were a bit of an afterthought, and so I feel like ergonomically it's probably not the best lace system in the world, but that's the only sort of fault I've really had with these. Other than that, I think this is a great shoe. Like on usually has a bit of a firmer midsole, and you can definitely feel that it's not as plush, say, as the Pro 4 Adidas, but I think it's still sort of comfortable, and it's still snappy and aggressive, and it's almost that sensation of fast.
If you ever wore the Cloudboom Echo 3, which was a sort of a super shoe that On brought out a while back, it was quite a divisive shoe. Some people really loved it, some people didn't. It was quite good over about half marathon for me. I found that shoe to be it was very firm, propulsive, but after a while the fatigue kicked in quite hard and you felt quite worn out by the shoe. This is different. These shoes do actually, they tick all the boxes in the super shoe list of things that they must to do. You don't really fatigue that much in these shoes.
No.
I think that there are some pros and cons with all these shoes, but On have done a good job in upping the ante.
Yeah, definitely. And I think we can maybe all agree that this is a better looking shoe.
Yeah.
I think it's a really good looking shoe.
Yeah.
It looks, I mean, it's not got the classic really holy.
Oh yeah, there's a real like small token gesture to the On little holes cut in. They're probably contractually obliged to include in a shoe, but apart from that,
it's a good shoe. It's a fast shoe, and I definitely think that it should be a contender.
Now the video title said that there was going to be 4 super shoes. Maybe it doesn't. I can't remember what the title's going to be. But we're going to throw in a curveball. I haven't done any racing in this yet, but I've done quite a lot of running in it. This is the Tracksmith Elliott Racer, which is the super carbon shoe version of the Elliott, which is a sort of everyday running training shoe that Tracksmith produce. A couple of different things about this shoe it's worth mentioning is that most of the other shoes that we've shown you have 2 layers of foam with a carbon plate sandwiched in the middle, or energy rods if it's Adidas or someone else, the forked thing in the Hokas. These have 2 parts. So they have the foam at the bottom, then there's a plate in the middle which you can actually see in the bottom of the shoe, and then the other foam component is this large wedge that is the footbed of the shoe, and that makes it quite interesting. You have these 2 foams of different density, different softness, and the comfort of the shoe is it's pretty strong, isn't it? I find it very comfortable.
It is a very comfortable shoe. Like, you put it on, there's a lot of super shoes you sort of need to like learn how they work and like, how to get the best out of it. You put this on and you're like, okay, this is a very comfortable running shoe. I wouldn't say it was the fastest, most aggressive by any means. I almost wouldn't expect a super aggressive shoe from Tracksmith.
No, it's got the luxury, refined elements down to a T. Even there's a long, thought-provoking inscription on the underside of the footbed, which, I mean, if you want your super shoe to really inspire you on race day, then take the insole out and read it, because race day is sacred. It says that on it. I mean, this is one up on the Adidas Pro 4.
Oh.
Huge improvement.
You've got a whole poem there.
You've got. I mean, you take a time to read it.
Yeah.
But I mean, it is genuinely a very, very comfortable super shoe. Lots going for it. It is £280, which is the sort of like super shoe plus Tracksmith fanciness tax edition.
Yes.
But for anyone who sort of likes the aesthetic, which is obviously very plush gold, there is a blue version as well, which is very, very nice. And it is a fast shoe, there's no denying it. They haven't just produced something that's like fancy but doesn't do the job.
Yeah.
This is fast.
Yeah, I mean, again, this was launched around 2025 London Marathon time. A lot of Tracksmith has sort of got some elite runners on board now, and so this was actually being worn by some elite level runners. And as I said, a lot of super shoes now are trying aesthetically to look strange, look different, catch your eye, whereas this, it's quite almost refreshing having a super shoe that is like trying to just sort of blend in and just look quite sophisticated. But yes,
He doesn't want a massive gold stripe on their shoes. Gold.
I mean, gold, it means winning.
Small issue with the laces sometimes, but as we spoke to other shoes, that's probably the major highlight really, is just the laces. They've got sort of a sticky grippy sensation to them, which is actually kind of makes getting the fit dialed in not hard, but you just kind of have to be a bit, first time around you might undo them and do them up again.
Yes.
But that's about it. But yeah, I mean, Curveball at the end there for everyone. A little bit of a secret mention.
Just to let you know, it exists as well.
Yeah.
It's the first super shoe from Tracksmith, so it's a big moment for the brand as well, I would say.
Yeah, and worth mentioning.
Yeah, 100%.
Those are your super shoe choices. Watch part 1 if you've weirdly only seen this part. There's a part 1 where Ali and Rick talk about the Alpha Fly, the Asics shoes, the Metaspeed, some of the other big hitters. So make sure you tune in for that as well. Like and subscribe, those are the important things. Click buttons, there's links probably as well. Do all of those things. Thank you for watching.
Yeah.
Go out and get yourself some expensive shoes.
And enjoy running fast.
Enjoy running fast, read the poem.
Yes, read it.